Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Law Office of Namrita Notani PLLC. I'm Namrita Notani, a first generation immigrant. I am an attorney and I practice in the great state of Texas. I was a dentist for 20 years before I became an attorney. And that is a journey that took a long time, as 20 years is a long time. I'm happy to be doing what I do. I'm passionate about it. There are various reasons for it, and I'm sure that you will at some point hear my story. But today I am here to tell you a little bit about what a first generation immigrant generally does or thinks of when they are thinking about how to pass on their legacy. And I want to make sure that some of the very common mistakes that are done are not done by these first generation immigrants, as I have done them myself. So, the very first thing, number one, do not procrastinate. Never procrastinate when it comes to estate planning. Estate planning is your life and legacy planning. It is something that you need to make sure of that you do when you can do it, because nobody knows what tomorrow is going to bring, and we of all people know it. And we want to make sure that our families are protected by our actions today, and we don't wait until something happens where we're not able to take care of them. So first, do not procrastinate. Number two, make sure that your assets are in place where they are organized in one place. Whether you do that with some kind of a digital storage, whether you do that with a notebook, a diary, whether you definitely do not do it in your head right up there, because that's going to be gone when we are gone. So make sure. There are so many times I come across a husband or a wife, generally a wife, where the husband has passed away and the wife knows nothing about where anything is. There are no logins and passwords secured and safe. She doesn't know where the accounts are. She doesn't know who holds the title to the cars. She doesn't know if there were businesses, where the properties were, where the names of the deed or where the deeds were. And it is a mess, very confusing, extremely heartbreaking, especially for a person who is already grappling with the grief of losing a loved one. The last thing you want to do is to leave them with this mess, to try to figure out how to decipher and how to just find out where all the assets are that may be there for her, but unfortunately, she doesn't know where they are. And this can be vice versa. A wife could know all this and the husband wouldn't. Or it could be where both are gone and the children definitely don't know anything. That's one thing that I highly subscribe to. The very first thing that you can do, whether you make a will or not, please, please, please have your assets organized. Make sure you have an inventory that keeps going. And that one thing that you can do is so very important. Make a date with your husband or your wife. Make a date once a month and put a time, put it on your calendar and say, we're going to meet and we're going to update our logins, our passwords, our accounts, our assets. Make sure that if anything has changed, that we both know it. That's really important. And if you're single, well, make sure that your next of kin knows where all of this information is. I use a portal that is called My Life and Wishes. I actually offer it to all my clients. And you're more than welcome to go to the link, mylifeandwishes.com, and you'll see that it has categories all the way from bank accounts to tax records to estate planning documents, deeds, marriage license, driver's license, everything that you can possibly think of and more is already categorized in My Life and Wishes, including a video vault where you can actually leave your voice, your video as a memory to your loved ones, a beautiful and amazing gift to give. And that is something that you can actually subscribe to, which may not be estate planning, but it can definitely be very, very important and extremely valuable to the people that you leave behind because they know where everything is. This is especially for people who believe that just because everything is in two names, it's all a jointly owned account or jointly owned house, that they don't need to make a plan. Well, if you are relying on that, at least make sure that all your assets, all your information, all your important documents are in one secure place. And like I said, I subscribe to My Life in Wishes. You can find something else. But if you're more interested in understanding or knowing that, you can even go to my website. It is notanilaw.com. On my very homepage, you'll see My Legacy Vault right under my picture on the homepage. Click on that and it'll give you an idea of what My Life and Wishes is. You can find any other service that does that. I just want you to make sure that you stay organized. So that's the very first tip and lesson that I want to give you. And then I will talk about more next time. Until then, have a wonderful day and do not procrastinate. Start that first process of organizing right now, right away. Thank you.